got me feeling alright. Whenever I'm around you, baby, you make me feel so alive.
Well, hello, my dear plannerets. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate you spending a little bit of your precious time to hang out with me and the rest of the plannerets. Just like Yvette. Hello, Yvette. Nice to see you. Yes, nice to see you again. Laura is in the house. Howdy, howdy. How are you? So, of course, if you are here in the live chat, please don't be shy. Keep me company. Let me know you are here with me. So say hello in the chat. Let me know where you are tuning in from. It is 5:03 a.m. here in Sydney, Australia on a Monday morning. So I know for a lot of you watching me on the other side of the world, it is your afternoon, evening. So whatever it is, I hope you are having a great day or looking forward to the day ahead. And of course, if you are new here to the Mariane Cresp channel, please type in new. So then not just myself, but the rest of the plannerets in the chat right now can say hello, welcome, because we are a very welcoming bunch, just like Yvonne is. Yvonne's one of the new plannerets from for really probably just the beginning of the year, right? If Yvonne, and I feel like we're kindred spirits. So I do appreciate people saying hello. It is great to see you. Yes, Yvonne here watching from Winnipeg. Yvette is my twin. Oh, hello. I have twins in the chat today. Nice to see you. Oh, and I've just remembered I forgot to put the air conditioning on. I am already sweating, so hopefully I may not need my handheld fan. If so though, I do have a new microphone. So give me a thumbs up what you think of the audio of the sound. It was a little birthday gift that I gave to myself. But purchasing is probably wasn't necessary. But because I am next to a big window with traffic, around about this time on a Monday morning, you can hear, ambulance, fire trucks, the garbage truck passing by. So I'm hoping that the audio is a little bit better, hopefully a lot better, because I have purchased a bit of an expensive microphone, but a little treat. Yes, Yvette, and Yvonne in Winnipeg. Nice to see you both. I appreciate you both being here. And of course, not forgetting those of you who cannot tune in during the live stream, I still see you watching the replay. So do make sure you are popping in, watching on replay, and let me know if there is any part of the live stream or the replay that you have enjoyed, big aha moments, because I do love connecting with you that way. So what is today about? So today's going to be a look at the current month, so where we are mid-January. So I mean, it's now the 20th, but have a look at how I went for with my habits, with my goals, and how I am going with my own personal growth. Through that, I hope you can take inspiration on how to also reflect on the month, the current month, January. So then moving into the next, week or so, the end of January, and then moving into February, we are able to see if there's any things we need to maybe alter, get rid of in our planner for the month that's not maybe causing us or is maybe causing us anxiety or overwhelm. So, really important that as much as we plan ahead and then do the tasks and check off all the to-do lists and, hit our habits and the goals and routines that we have set for ourselves at the beginning of the month, it is also so important to reflect, look back. And sometimes, you need to maybe look back midway through the month. And then you are not feeling like, you don't have to take a beginning of the next month to have a look, because if you can make changes now, it's so much better. So hopefully you can get inspiration and ideas on how, when I do my own reflection of my habit tracker, I'm going to look at my 7 key areas of focus, the habits and routine that I've said are important to me. Also, what I've gone through in January and my challenges and wins. So through my own planning, I hope you can get some ideas to help you, whether you're a season planner, whether you're stuck in a rut, or you are brand new to planning. And hopefully, if and when we do have time, I'm going to embellish my well-being planner spread. Hello, Elle. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me quickly have a look, make sure I haven't missed anything. Yes, so Yvonne is ready, sitting here with my planner open to habit tracker from your shop. Brilliant, excellent. So I'll go through mine and then you can hopefully get ideas for your own. So Elle is here. And hello, everybody. Excellent. All right. So let us have a look. For those of you that are maybe new to my channel and watching me either now or on replay, I'm Mariane. And like I said, through my own planning and habit tracking, well-being, and trying my best to make sure I am putting myself on top of that priority list. Because, in the past, I've just thought, yes, I got to, yes, rest. I'll rest when I'm, dead or whatever. It's really important that we are putting the time for ourselves. It's just like that, putting that oxygen mask on yourself first, so then you are in a better position to do the best you can. And also, if you are carers of others, if you're a parent, your guardian, you're, a carer of loved ones, you are in a good position because you are looking after your mental, physical, emotional, and social well-being. Okay, so hopefully, we can plan together and give each other ideas, because I love seeing also your own experience and your tips and hacks in the chat and in the comment section. Hello, Angela. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining me. So if you're ready, I am ready. Let's go and start planning. All right, all righty. So here is my desk. Make sure I'm not muted. Here's my desk. I am in my A5 Filofax Norfolk Organiser. This is in the color Sage. This is nice, thick and chunky. This is a 38 millimeter ring, and it holds a lot of pages, which is really good because I have my productivity planner pages, my calendar, my weekly, my daily pages, but I also have lots of fun stuff in it, because you gotta put in lots of joyful things in your planner, because the joyful things are the breaks that you need to take to ensure you are looking after yourself. Okay, so I've got fun things in here. But today, what we're going to do is we're going to reflect on how we've been going with January. So I'm just going to flip through a few pages here so then you know when I plan. So I set the goals for myself at the beginning of the month. Hang on. At the beginning of the month in 7 key areas of focus. So based on Zig Ziglar's Wheel of Life, you should try and get balance in 7 key areas of your life where, in no particular order: mental, physical, spiritual, family, financial, career, and social. Now, you don't have to have grand goals for each and everything. You can have small, actionable, simple goals that you can hit consistently because it's easy to do. But if you create goals for yourself that's too big, too grand, that's too ambitious, guess what's going to happen? It's going to be hard for you to hit those marks. So that's my Wheel of Life goals tracker. And then I use those goals and those actions that I want to do, either each day or each week throughout the month, that will help me keep that balance and have that little bit of harmony. Doesn't mean I'm 100% on everything, but then it helps me make sure that if one area is getting neglected, that I go, I better put some effort into into that area. So really important. All right, so that's the Wheel of Life. It's my little foundation based on what, sort of like your North Star. All right, I got to head that way. And then my habit tracker are the little steps that I take each and every day to help me get towards those goals. All right, so goal is like if you your GPS. So your goal is your destination, and your habit tracker and the habits that you set for yourself are the turns. Turn left in 500 meters, go around the roundabout in, in 100 meters, make a right turn. So think of it that way. So if you ever go, I don't get the goal and the habit thing, I love analogies here. So have a think. Your goals are your destination that you enter into your GPS system, that's where I need to go. And then your habits are the steps or the turns, the stops and the turns that will help you get there. And guess what happens when you go on a driving journey? There's going to be detours, right? So roads may be closed, traffic and all of that. So think of that as life. Okay, so even though you have your goals and habits and you've set it out, already know that there are going to be things that come along in your path that may veer you off a different way, and then you have to course correct, or you might have to go, you know what, today we're not going to go to Disneyland, we're going to go somewhere else. So have a think of it that way, and then it makes it a lot easier to digest and then go, now I get it. Okay, the goal is so that I know I'm going the right way. Habits and routines are the steps I need to take in there. Okay, so now I do not know if you caught my recent live where I updated my morning routine task card. I do have that link in the description. So it was an impromptu live stream where I updated all these little sticky note flags with the morning routine that I would like to follow on a regular basis that will allow me to do the things that I said are important to me in the morning. These are the things that will help me set a good foundation, because why? It's the things that are for me. I am saying to myself, hey, Mariane, you're important. Let's look at making sure we look after you first. So then you're in a better position to go and look after others, do your work, and be able to not be burnt out or overwhelmed. So I did that, okay? And because I wanted to add, so have a look at that video because it goes through in more details why midway through the month, I added a few things in my morning routine that I think will help me even more to help look after myself. and look after my well-being, so I am in a good position to respond to life, all the things that get thrown at us. And so have a look at that. That is in the description below. Okay, so I created an ideal morning routine. So this was my January tracker, monthly cover page. I've got my calendar with all the events and bills to pay. So what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to go and have a look. Okay, how well am I going so far? So this is not being judging on whether I've done well or not. It's just, it gives me an opportunity to go, you know what? I didn't get to do that because something else happened. So always don't just take your habit tracker and whether you're marking things off or not at face value. Because let's say, for example, workout is one of your top priorities for January or 2025, or adding movement, and then you haven't been, hitting that mark like I haven't been working out. You can't go, oh, I must be bad or must have failed. Maybe you were sick, right? It gives you an opportunity to just go and review and reflect. So don't wait until, a few months later and go, oh, wonder why I didn't work out. You might go, you know what? At the moment, I can't fit a full workout, or workout in the sense of 45 to an hour, right? I might have to go and review what I think a workout is. So it gives you an opportunity to go, what's working, what's not, what can I remove off my list this month and maybe pick up another month? What is it on there that I can get help with, or I can get someone else to do? Maybe cleaning, if you are, you have family around, or you got your kids, maybe they can help you with your cleaning if you haven't been able to hit that mark. So your habit tracker is a great report card to see where you're at. So have a look at it. Now, the way I normally do it, I do have a playlist of how I review in more detail my habit tracker. So let me just get a little bit closer. So I like maths, and not in the sense that I'm too nerdy, but I like to look at percentages, because that way I can go, oh, okay. So like, say for example, I meditate, I will count the number of days so far. So in my case, it's 19 days. Count the number of days I've actioned it. So let me show you, for example. Let me get a post-it note. So we're going to look at meditation as an example of how I meditate on how well so far I'm doing. So we've got 19 days, all right? So out of the 19 days, so instead of counting how many days I've done it, I'm going to count how many days I've missed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 14 days out of 19. Okay, so 14 divided by 19, and as a percentage, it's 73 or 74%. We're just going to round up. So I can clearly see that I'm doing well with my habit of meditating in the morning. So I'm either going to keep doing what I'm doing and not change it, because of course missed days here and there are okay. Sometimes I may not be able to do all my morning routine because I have to get up early and, leave the house and do some project. Okay, so are we getting how to review our habit tracker? Just have a look at the moment at face value on how many days have you completed the habit or routine that you said is important to you out of the number of days, and then assess. I'm satisfied with that. 74% of the 19 days so far in January. Thumbs up, right? So I'm going to either keep doing what I'm doing, or if I want to improve it a little bit more, maybe make sure if I miss doing my morning meditation, maybe I'll do it an evening meditation or an afternoon meditation. All right, so that's how you would review if you track your routines and habits on a habit tracker like this, or just visually. You don't have to you don't have to be as specific as I am, but I love percentages. It's just numbers for me are easy to grasp, because it's concrete. It's a concrete number. Okay, and then now let's have a look. So for my reading and learning, so let's have a look at reading and learning. So out of 19 days, so again, you can be as nerdy as I am and doing it percentages. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what's that? So I actioned my reading routine 12 days out of 19, and as a percentage, 63%. Again, I am okay with that. 63%, I'm okay, because with the reading at the moment, I'm reading the Let Them theory book by Mel Robbins, and I just read it for 10 minutes. I'll put the timer on, and once that goes off, if I'm finishing a paragraph, I'll finish that, or if I'm enjoying that section, I'll either keep reading for another 5 minutes. So I'm okay at 63%. So don't look at percentage though as if it's a pass or fail. So maybe 40% might be good if you, like I said, if you haven't been well, physically. So of course, you might not have been able to do more workouts. So you are your own guide on what is working or not. Don't compare yourself with anybody else. And remember, just like any exam or test, this just measures the current moment. Right? It doesn't say anything about, your future self or your past self. It's just the current moment, a screen grab or a snapshot of how your month has been going so far. So don't get too hung up on it and go, oh, I'm so bad because I didn't read. Okay, the reflection and reviewing of how well you're going so far in the month is not about judging yourself. My camera is flickering because I think I left it on overnight, and so it might be overheating. So hope it's not too buggy. Hello, Bianca. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you being here. Okay, so really important when you are reflecting on your current month, do not be don't be hard on yourself. Okay, because the things that you haven't done is also a great reflection. It's also great data of what's been happening in the month. Okay, so the things that's not working for me at the moment, working out. So um, uh, what is happening is because I've turned 50, and from what I'm reading about perimenopause, the exercises that you used to do back in your 20s, 30s, and 40s, I got to do different workouts because I guess my hormones, my metabolism, and everything else is a little bit different. I've actually got to book a doctor's visit. I've got to get my blood test to see, the hormone levels and all that stuff, so then I can get a better indication of what's happening inside, hormone levels and all that, and then I can then figure out a good movement and workout plan. So for the moment, I'm okay. Look, I've only done traditional workout, as in actually doing weights, doing cardio workout, but I have been on my walking pad pretty all right. So I go on my walking pad for 10 minutes and have it at a speed of 5.5 kilometers. I don't know what that is in miles, so I'll make sure next time I'll figure out conversion rates when it comes to that. So, I have been putting some movements, and I've also gotten myself outside as well for a walk, a leisurely walk. So I have been putting a little bit of movement in my day. So even though, look, 3 days out of 19, only 3 days out of the 19, I've worked out. So for me, my workout is that traditional workout, either lifting the dumbbells or doing some cardio. I am okay with it. Now, I won't be okay with it if I keep going and not doing my workout and then still complain about my clothes not fitting, or still complain, I don't know if my US counterparts call it, the muffin top, how you get your belly that overflows over the waist of your pants or your jeans, right? So if I keep complaining about, not fitting in my clothes, or not looking, not liking what I'm seeing when I'm looking at myself in the mirror, then that's when I have to have a hard talk with myself and go, come on, Marianne, let's put in a little bit more effort, and then maybe, review my the small actionable steps that I have set for myself as part of my goals. Or where's the physical? All right, walk on the walking pad for a minimum of 10 minutes, easy, while listening to motivational video podcasts 3 to 5 days per week. So I have created goals that are easy to do, right? And then do a workout in the gym 3 to 5 times per week, minimum of 15 minutes. Okay, so that I didn't hit the mark, but that's all right, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and figure out a different way. So this is where now you're going to either course correct or review. I said I was going to do a workout in the morning, but I'm too, after all my morning routine, I'm spent. I want to get into already the nitty gritty of the day and doing my content creation. Maybe I'll do it in the afternoon. Okay, the afternoon doesn't work because I have that afternoon, slump. Okay, what I actually find is doing my workout in the evening, a couple of hours after dinner, even though they say, don't work out close to bedtime because your heart rate and your body heat is, hot. And so that's not an ideal or optimum place to be when you're getting ready for bed. But it's what works for me. So I'm going to try that. So see how you go and figure out if one thing is not working. Let's see what else can I do to go and figure out. So that is how you would review your habit tracker. Have a look, so very mathematical way, have a look, number of days versus, how many days you've completed it. Look at it as a percentage. Again, don't look as percentage as pass or fail. Have a look at it is how satisfied are you with how you did well, or how you did. And I'll go, okay, the 3 out of 19 on paper may not look good, but I know in my head I'm trying my best. I'm going to give myself some compassion, some grace. Plus, hey, I turned 50. It's my birthday month. I'm giving myself a little break, okay? So those things. So let me know, do you also have some sort of habit tracker in your planner that allows you to see your progress? Let me know what you do with it. Do you actually sometimes go back and review how well you're doing? I like to review mid-month. I mean, we're now into the 1 to 4th week of January, but first week of January, nobody knows what day it is, so it doesn't matter, right? So again, it's give yourself that little bit of leeway. Doesn't have to be 100% perfect, that it has to be on the 15th of every month, right? So really, really important. Let me know in the chat right now, or if you are watching on replay. First, do you have a habit tracker? Say yes. Thumbs up. I have a habit tracker. And then second is, do you review it, either midway or at the end? Because this is full of data, full of information that we can take with us and then let us know to celebrate the wins. You might actually go, oh, I wasn't doing too well on my reading, when in actual fact, you are doing well. So it allows you to celebrate your win. It allows you to, celebrate your progress. It allows you to look back and go, you know what? I actually been doing well. I should give myself a pat on the back. Or it will also give you an opportunity to go, you know what? I already have so many things on my plate this month or next month. I won't be able to do that as a top priority, but I'll make sure I'll put in my future log in March to review it again or to look at it again. Okay, so you will know your own capacity, you will know your own energy level, you will know what's on your plate, what's on your to do list. So go and make sure you customize it to yourself. Don't have a look, oh, everyone else in my group or everyone else in my community is doing this, or I see someone else, they want to read 100 books in 2025 or read a book every month. Like last year, I probably, went through one book in 3 months because I was only reading 5 to 10 minutes at a time. And then that way it's okay. So make sure you create routines and habits that's within your capacity. If you can't carry it, if the weight is too heavy, drop a few things, right? If you can't, you know how when you carry grocery bags from the back of your car, we want to be superheroes and try and carry it all in one go, right? And your hand is all with the plastic bags. Here in Australia, we have plastic bags or those reusable bags, and you're trying to carry it, and by the time you put it on your kitchen counter, your palms all red because you tried to carry too much. Sometimes you need to not carry as many, or if you're carried a lot and just go, this is too much, you can put things down. You can go and, reduce the load, reduce the weight, take it off your planner. Your planner is for you, not anyone else. All right, let's have a look. Who uses habit trackers? Elle says, Muffin Top is such a sweet name for something we don't want. Exactly. So it's Muffin Top, and we call it I think so these are they either call it bat wings, or here in Australia, the canteen, at school where you buy your lunch, we call it tuck shop. Tuck as in like tucker food shop. So that's the canteen. So these are called in Australia tuck shop lady arms. You've got, because normally back in my day anyway, when I was in primary or elementary school, the ladies or the mums in the tuck shop or the canteens are, the ones that are either grandmas or the mums who have bat wings. So, we call it muffin top or bat wings or tuck shop lady arms. So, yeah, so some names for things that are, not as desirable. Yeah. So, okay. Wonderful. I love that you guys are also checking up on each other. I really, really love this community so much. So, snowstorm for Elle getting ready, minus 30 degrees. Oh my goodness. Oh, chilly, chilly indeed. Now, Laura says, thanks for the explanation. I need that step of reflection. Exactly, because sometimes we forget to reflect and then we only focus on the things that we didn't do well. When in actual fact, you might have a look and say, oh, I didn't do as well with my reading or with my meditation or, connecting with friends, when maybe the month before you didn't do any at all, but this month you've done it twice in the 19 days. And that is worth celebrating. So, reflection allows us to celebrate the wins, look at any challenges that we may have come across, and then go, well, yes, it was a tough month. And so that, of course, means I wasn't able to do all the habits and routines I've set for myself because I had to stop to be able to heal emotionally, heal physically, heal mentally if you've got work overload, right? So allow yourself that compassion the same way you would if a friend of yours came up and said to you, I'm having a difficult time. You would say kind words. So do that same step for you. We forget to be kind to ourselves because, we think that it's, a vanity, or like, oh, you think you're so good that, having to pat yourself on the back all the time. We need it. because if we can do it for ourselves, then how much better are we to be able to give the support for others? All right, so that is a how you would reflect on your habit tracker. Elle says thumbs up for the habit tracker and reflecting. Great job. I hope that was what the thumbs up was for. Let me go pop this back in my habit tracker section. Now, the other one that I also like to look at is my 7 key areas of focus. All right, so for me, the 7 key areas based on Zig Ziglar's Wheel of Life methodology. So for the spiritual, I want to do some meditation in the morning. For mental well-being, I want to read and keep my mind active. For the career, so it's my content creation. So looking at the top priority that I have set for myself when it comes to my content creation. Your social area of focus is, connecting with loved ones, either by doing FaceTime, catching up with friends, or just sending a text message. Physical, for me, the area is working out. Finance is looking at other income producing stream with content creation. And family, for me, family at the moment, the focus on the home and decluttering. So it's the same way, so I have my Wheel of Life pie chart that will allow me. So I actually, with the visual pie chart, I can quickly see how well I color code my 7 key areas. So you can see I have my little color coding for each area of focus. So let's look at the beginning of the month when it comes to my 7 key areas of focus. All right, so this is sort of a little bit more granular. I break it down even more. So I have my habit tracker right here for the full day, but then I also break down my areas of focus. How balanced am I in the things that I say is important to me, which are those 7 key areas. So as you can see over here, there's some spaces that I haven't been doing well. So that's working out. I forgot to fill in some of these. See, right? So I'm doing well with my meditation. Tick. Excellent. Keep going at it, Marianne. You're doing well. My reading habit. Tick. Also great. My content creation. That's 5 days out of the 7. I did that. I've connected with family and friends. Okay, what areas am I? Let's have a look at the next week. What areas? Oh, I did well here. I did a big declutter. That's a win, right? So looking back and reflecting allows you to go and see the great things you have achieved throughout the month. Because what happens is, if we don't look for the positive things in our day, in our week, in the month, what we start to see are all the negative things, all the things that we are not doing, all the things, all the missed opportunities. But when you start to focus on the wins, guess what you will spot more of? The wins rather than the negative stuff, right? So really important, reflecting, looking back allows you to see how good you are, how great you've done, despite of all the challenges and what life has thrown at you. And it also allows you an opportunity to reframe, change those negative thinking, and also hanging out with a community like the Plannerets community and making sure we're, catching up on each other. How are you doing? Making sure these are like you guys are your own mini little community, and just seeing that you are not alone. All right, so then I also look, so at the moment, all right, I need to work on some income producing activities in my content creation. So then that way the financial side of the area of focus for me and my family, that I'm hitting the mark there, because it's important. Yes, money is not everything, but money pays the bills. All right, so I need to make sure that I am on top of that. And I did one workout. This is January 6th to the 12th. And then let's look at so the Wheel of Life for me on my well-being planner page, when I color it in, it's how well I did the week before. And then that way I'm able to go, okay, this week, what do I need to focus on? And then I'll know I have to focus on decluttering, product and my course, and working out. And again, I haven't filled it in here because I actually Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed and I'm feeling a little bit anxious. I don't know whether it's, the turning 50. I don't mind the number. I've never minded my age and the number because sometimes I feel like I'm still 28, or sometimes I still have the mentality of a 6-year-old. So for me, number have never been an angst or something that I hide. I am proud of the number of years that I'm alive because for someone who have low thoughts and from when I remember since I was a young child, a teenager, have low thoughts, low moments, and I am proud of the number of years that I am still here. I am proud of that tally mark that I'm here and I am grateful for it. There'll be times like I did over the weekend, that I questioned, how far I've come along. I've questioned, I wish that I was a little bit further ahead, right? And these are normal things to have. Self doubt and limiting beliefs are okay. You know why? Do you know why we have sometimes these negative thoughts? It's because our brain is trying to protect us. It says, hey, maybe don't put yourself out there because you may fail, you may not do well, and so we don't want you to go through that. So our brain sometimes will, in the way that it tries to protect us, it'll hijack our amygdala, that part of the brain that makes you fight, flight, or freeze, right? So it says, don't do that because last time, remember when you tried something new, it didn't go well. Or maybe like sometimes, you were judged for doing that. Or maybe your family and friends are, toxic and judgmental. And so sometimes our brain would go, whoop, self-doubt, limiting belief. It's like it says, oh, is that hot stove hot? Maybe don't touch it. So it's a normal part to have these thoughts. But what's important is you don't let it take over, right? So sit with it. I sat with it for over the weekend. I did everything else instead of my content creation and content planning. I spent the whole day fixing a microphone boom arm, right? And then I was okay with that because I was in a vulnerable position where I was doubting myself. I was thinking I'm not good enough. I was procrastinating. So I sat with it for a little bit because I was saying, all right, well, why are you feeling this way? Okay, well, take a little bit of time off, do something else, go to the shop and buy more storage. And you're supposed to be decluttering, buy more storage. Okay, so I didn't get to do all the habits and routines that I said were important to me because at the time, what was more important? So I was just giving myself that little bit of compassion, that little bit of grace. Can I tell you a little secret? Earlier today, so my younger son, who's 16 on the autism spectrum, his sleeping patterns all over the place, and we're trying to get him back into sleeping at night and not during the day. And so, but sometimes, to be honest, it's so much easier to let him sleep during the day because we're not having to fight off his meltdowns or his sensory processing difficulties or all these stuff that my poor little bubba I'm sure is going through. And so this morning he did something that set me off. I got so angry with him. I yelled at him. I told him to go into his room. I've had enough, right? And then of course I felt guilty because I just thought, Marianne, if he could, he would. So if he could do well, if he could control the things the challenging behaviors that he has, he would, right? I have to remember, because my son looks like a typical 16-year-old. You cannot see his disability. And sometimes I forget that there are some things that he's not able to do, and then I see it because he'll giggle and he'll jump around all over the place. So it to me can look like he's just being silly, he's being naughty, he's being defiant, when in actual fact that's one of the ways he self regulates his sensory processing, his emotional well-being. But it can get, look, I'm human, right? It can get annoying. I've got my own anxiety. So I lost it this morning and I had a big cry. And then I just, as much as I want to make sure he's looked after, I get so hard on myself because I can't control my emotions when it comes to him, and I have a difficult time with it. And no, I don't have anything to to wipe my tears. Hang on a tick. Bear with me. I don't want to have runny tears all over my face. I'm going to still be on. Let me just pop the desk on so you can still hear me. I'm just going to get paper towel. So yeah, and I still wanted to go on to do the live stream because there are things that sometimes we got to do, and I know that it does bring me joy after each live stream to hang out with you. And and then I thought, well, I'm not going to do my countdown music, because I had set, for those of you that hang out, that go and watch my live stream, I have, boppy, happy music, and I thought, well, I'll just go straight into it. And then, so I just sat there for a little bit, had a cry, and then I go, okay, Mariane, what do you need to do? So guess what I did? I did my morning routine, right? I went through my morning routine. And here it is, right? So there's the Monday. I drank my glass of water, took the pill, high-fived myself. So for those of you that may not know the high five, it's Mel Robbins' 5-second rule. Oh, no, the high-fiving yourself in the mirror. So I actually have a little mirror right next to here, and so I just, not talking to yourself, but just looking at yourself and giving yourself that high five to acknowledge that you are doing well, that you can do this, that I've got it in me. And it's okay to break down sometimes and sit with it. I cried, and I'm crying now. And so it's okay to have those low moments, because that's just normal reaction to whatever's happening in your life. But it's important. That is why your habits and routines and your planners, and I didn't know it until I started, sharing and talking about it, that my my planner is not just a productivity tool for me. It's not just getting to do the to-do lists or getting things done. It's actually my form of self-care. It's my way of going, you know what? You are important. You are good. When things aren't going right, let's have a look at that plan that we had set for ourselves. Our past self had set for us. So when things go a little bit disarray, we have that stepping stone. We have our GPS tracker to help us lead the way. So, because sometimes we can't just sit and with our emotions for too long, because a lot of us have to go to work, a lot of us have to look after family, a lot of us have to look after the loved ones. But it is important that you give yourself that space and that grace to just sit with it and know, why do I feel this way? Well, of course, Mariane, of course you're sad, of course you're upset because you snapped at your son who he's not being silly, he's not being naughty. That's at the moment the way he manages his own emotion. He manages the world around him because he has a difficult time trying to do it the typical way, you know. And I have to remember, I always try and give myself an analogy when it comes to my young son when he is having a difficult time, you know. So if someone has asthma, right, and you know they got the puffer, right, and if they have to puff and to help them breathe better, we're not going to say to someone, oh, excuse me, you've used your puffer already too many times today, can you stop doing that? And so I use that as my analogy to go, if my son is jumping up and down, and they call it stimming, right, so stimulating movements to help regulate himself, right? It can look like it's a silliness, it's naughtiness, it's jumping around, it's breaking things, but I would never go to someone, go, can you stop puffing your puffers because you've already puffed that, you know, so many times today. And so I was upset with myself because I, you know, I I lost it, and I forget, I forget this gorgeous young man, this good-looking boy, this sweet, you know, little. I call him my bubba because he's, you know, my baby, although he's much much taller than me now. That if he can do what you know he needs to do, he will. So I have to be patient. So the reason why I tell this story, and I wasn't going to, was because things are going to happen, and you may not be in the position where you thought you would be at 50 at the beginning of 2024 or last year. I thought, I'm going to celebrate my 50th birthday in my own house, in my own backyard. I'm going to have this, I'm going to have that. None of those are true when I turned 50. And yes, it's a little bit sad, but what can I do? Right? I've got my goal, I've got my North Star, I want to get there. What do I need to do each and every day to get me there? So, my habit tracker, my planner, my daily pages, it's my little friend, right? That goes, it's my me that go, okay, when you're able to, these are the things that will help us get there. So I did my high five, I meditated using the Headspace app, I wrote down how I'm feeling crappy, feeling, you know, upset with myself. Why? Because I lost it. Okay, well, what do you need to do to make yourself feel better? I'm going to do my YouTube live, and then I'm going to make sure I do the task and take lots of breaks for myself. I read, 10 minutes of my book. And then I did my skincare and put my makeup on, and then I'll go and upload some content and then go through the rest of my day. So make sure you give yourself the kindness that you would any other friend. And there will be times, even though I'm a planner, I don't plan all the time. It's because I'm disorganized. I get distracted. I do something else. Something will happen in my day, but my habit tracker will allow me to get back on track. Celebrate the wins, celebrate the achievement, celebrate another day I wake up and, be proud of the young men that I helped raise with my lovely husband, right? Looking for the positive. So just remember, some low moments, self-doubt and limiting belief is just your brain's way of keeping you safe, keeping you away from harm, but it also does not know what's real or what's not. So it can get hijacked. So your planner, your past self, said to you that, hey, these are the things that we need to do to get us to the goals that we said we would, that are important to us, that matter to us. And when the time comes where you are feeling lost, it's your guide. Okay, but give yourself that time to also take those breaks that you need, right? Just because you didn't do the things that's on your to-do list does not mean you're a failure. something else important in the day needed to be nurtured, needed to be looked after, needed attention. And when you're able to, guess what? You turn a new page, you look at a new week, and let's say, let's go. What do we need to do this week? What steps do we need to take to get us to that goal that we said are important to us? Okay? So I hope for those of you that sometimes feel like feel alone, you're suffering, that no one else understands, that you are not alone. Even the best of people that try and plan the best week, the best day, does not mean, that they can do it all. But that does not mean, do you think of me as a failure? Right? No, I hope not. Just because there's some missed days does not mean you are not good, does not mean you didn't do a great job, does not mean you're a failure. It just means something else important in the day needed to be top priority. Okay, so this is our permission, me sharing the rawness of how January is going so far for me, that just because it's a new year 2025, a few live streams back or a few videos back, sometimes we create these new year's resolutions, new year's goal, and create goals for ourselves that may not be necessary, but we do it because it's tradition. We got a new planner, it just says, hey, let's go and fill that in. But if it's not top priority yet, it's okay, you don't have to do it. So thank you for letting me share how it was this morning. Thank you. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate that. But yeah, hey, the chat is a little bit quiet. Where are you guys? Let me know. If you are liking this video, please do me a favor, like and share, because it is part of, my career, and it doesn't cost anything for you to like and share. So I ask a big favor. It just helps my channel a lot, and the chats and the engagement during live streams and comments all help me get my message out there, so then more of us, more plannerets like us, can be kinder to ourselves and not compare ourselves to each other, because we are on our own path. We're all in our own little car driving to the goals and making the little turns that we need to do to get to the goal. So let me know, are you still here? Hit that like button if you are enjoying it so far. Okay, so let us have a look. Where was I? So I broke down and I broke down. I broke down and I broke down. So we looked at my habit tracker. I showed you how to reflect and review. I showed you how I use my well-being planner spread and my wheel of life pie chart, so I can visually see which areas of focus I need to work on in the next couple of weeks for the end of January. See how we're just taking it bit by bit, day by day, week by week, month by month. Sometimes we go, word of the year, goals for 2025. Man, I don't even know what I got to do this afternoon. If you are going through perimenopause, I can't even remember why I walked into the kitchen most times, right? So just take each day, look at your habit tracker, your to-do list, your routines as those little guiding light to help you stay on track or course correct if things are, emergency or life happens, and be kind to yourself when things don't get done. Doesn't mean you're not good at it. It just means something else is more important, like going to the shops and buying more storage, stationary storage. All right. So that is how you would reflect on how you're going so far, and then using that knowledge is then you get to plan the next week or so, or the next couple of weeks for that end of the month. See how we're not waiting until February. You know how a lot of us, I know for me, for a long, long time, I used to go, I'll start working out next week. It's like, well, why don't you start working out now? So, you know what I did last night at 9 o'clock? I just did like 10, got my 1 kilogram dumbbells and just did some biceps, some tricep. I've used the Fit On app so then someone else can guide me. I don't have to think of how to do it. I just get someone else to help guide me. Okay, so really reviewing where you've been, how you've done, will allow you to see patterns, see areas of focus that, if that's not working, how else can I do this? Maybe I'll do it in the afternoon, or I'll do it in the morning, or swap things around. Okay, so really, really important that you also take into account all the things that's happened in the month. So for me, my 50th birthday, also, maybe for some, because I do know I get men watching these as well. So just, for us women that are still in our perimenopause and not postmenopause yet, we still get that time of the month. So my time of the month came earlier in the month, right? So that threw me off. So that gave me migraines, gave me cramps. And so, of course, I didn't get to do the things I wanted to do. And guess what? That's okay, because I was helping my body repair and re-energize, because it's doing all this toll of giving me migraines, giving me cramps, making my emotional I was an emotional roller coaster. So these are the things. So don't just look at things at face value when it comes to your habit tracker or your planner, or because I know a lot of you that tell me you feel guilty when you don't fill in those things. But if now tell me this: if you didn't fill your habit tracker because you went on a beautiful holiday, are you going to go say to yourself, I failed because I didn't fill in all those habits and routines that I set for myself during the month, when you were like on a holiday? Right? You would never do that if it was a positive thing that was happen. Same way when our lives challenges happens. Take what it is, the data that you collect when you're marking things, as well as the days that you don't get to do them, are just point of reference. So be kind to yourself and give yourself that little bit of space, that little bit of time to maybe cry it out, swear it out, get frustrated, sit on the couch, do nothing, do something else instead of what you're supposed to do. But once you've given yourself that little break, shake it off and go and refer back to your habit tracker or your GPS and go, where do we need to go again? Okay, let's go. Turn to a new page, turn to a new day. Today is a great day to start again. Okay, so reframe it with positive messages to yourself. Okay, there is nothing stopping you from doing the things that you said are important to you, because you have the opportunity to stop when you need to, take the break, and then get back on track. Okay, so it's just like when you're driving. When you're driving and you need gas or petrol in your car, do you say, no, I can't stop because I need to get to my destination by this time? No, you stop, you refuel, you check the oil, you check the water, you clean the windscreen of all the bugs that you collected on your journey. It's the same way. Stop, refill, right? I always use the car analogy because it's easy to, we don't have a car. We just do public transport because we live in the city. But it's a great way. I always say, we sometimes look after our vehicle, our devices a lot better than we do ourselves. We turn our computer on and off when it overheats. We don't go, no, I can't stop because I'm working on my Word document. And if I turn it off, I'm going to be, even further behind. No, you turn it off because when you do and it cools down, it resets. Guess what happens? All your tabs, open a lot faster. Same way as you. Poop, turn yourself off. Rest. Have a 5-minute breather. Turn to a new page, right? Sometimes if your pages, your planners overwhelm you, I just had someone in the my YouTube comments just going, I just have so many things to do in my week that I'm just get so overwhelmed. You know what you can do? You can go and turn the page to a new one, a fresh, clean page, and just go, all right, out of the things on my to-do list, what's the top one? What's the top two? Pick that, do that. Tick, okay, go back. What's the next thing? You have the opportunity to create your own progress, create your own steps along the way. Okay, so really important. Let me quickly have a look where we're at. Lisa, hello. Nice to see you listening while I cross stitch. Oh, I want to do some cross stitch. So many creative things I want to do this year. Do my painting, do my crochet, do more sewing, and I need to fit those in. Yvonne says, we are here. I'm taking on how you are not feeling so good and how and what you did to manage it. Yeah, and it's okay to just sit with your feelings sometimes. You know, it's okay. Hello, Amy. How are you? I appreciate you being here. Thank you for sharing your struggles. It helps us feeling connected. Yes, because sometimes all we see are the pretty planner pages or the filled in pages or the embellished pages before, you know, life. We need to note down the things that happens. Yvonne says, thank you for explaining these charts with us. Yes, so I'm a visual person and it helps me, grasp things a lot better when it is. So it's now top of the hour, so I'll take another half hour to help set up my weekly well-being page. So let me know if you do have any questions with anything that I show. Make sure you do. Now, of course, you don't have to have the planner inserts that I have myself. You can use exactly the same steps and reflections that I have when it comes to reviewing your mid-month routines, habits, and goals. You can use whatever system you have. Remember, the system has to work for you. So if you already have a planner or, you know, discount planners, whatever you're using, have a think. How can I incorporate these things into the system that I have at the moment? But if you do want to grab any of my planner insert printable, there is the QR code. You can visit mariannecresp.com and have a look. I have A5 planner inserts, Happy Planner Classic, letter size, and of course all the details are in the description below. Again, if you are liking this live stream, make sure to hit that like button, and then while I'm here, you might as well subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. So 70% of the people that watch my live stream, my YouTube, my shorts are not subscribed. So make sure you do and hit that bell so then of course you get notified of when I am on. All right, so let's quickly have a look. So my well-being planner page, this is the current week. I like to embellish it because one of the 4 laws of behavior change, I harp on this all the time, but it is so important. 4 laws of behavior change, according to James Clear's book, Atomic Habit, is to make things pretty. And guess what? When you make things pretty, you are slowing down, you are stopping, you are creating some mindfulness time for yourself. Now, I already did the, so these stickers here are from Carpe Diem. And, is this the one? Okay, so Carpe Diem sticker pad, and there's different shapes. You can see I've gone through these little buntings, little numbered cutouts. So big numbers, tiny numbers, medium-sized numbers, and there I've just stuck that on there. So on this side of my well-being planner spread, so this is part of my V4. And I think the links in the description is as I'm saying, has the dotted cover page, a calendar. It has the habit tracker and mood, or you can create habit trackers. You can create mood and sleep trackers. It has a well-being planner spread. It has weekly spread. Okay, where's the weekly? and it also has the well-being planner page. So in the well-being planner page, it allows you to be able to write down your mood. One of the habits that have been a game changer for me is writing down how I feel in the morning, why I feel that way, and what it is I can do to make myself feel better. So at the top, I just do the date range. So trying to write and talk at the same time and making sure I don't get all the numbers wrong. So what are we? January 20th to the 26th. So then I just grab my zebra mild liner. Why is it so bright? Let me just, it is too bright. Maybe there. Okay, is that now not as bright? Okay, so zebra mild liner, one side is the chiseled end and then the other side is a pointed end. So I use the pointed end to create the headings. So what I do is just my normal writing, and then I just create a double line like that. So it gives, you know, the typography, whatever you do, whatever you use, you know, go and experiment, have fun with your markers and have fun with all the different things. So what did we say? 20th to the 26th, is that right? So I start on a Monday, and then I also, let's have a look. I'm trying to be good this year and not buying any more washi tape and use the ones that I have first. Right, so this planner page, so whether you get this bundle, I do sell the well-being planner spreads separately as well. So if you just want to have, you know, a spread that allows you to journal your mood, and then let's have a look. So here, today I'm just going to use the Pilot Friction Ball Slim 0.38. This is in the my Amazon storefront. So it is under the pens, markers, and highlighters fave of mine. So it's nice and slim. Sometimes I love changing pens and pen sizes because variety is the spice of life, right? So, and then different pens also gives you a different feel, and so you know, your writing might be a little bit different. So this is my mood log, so just a couple of lines. So for those of you who are just new to mood logging or maybe gratitude logging, you don't want to put too much pressure on yourself by trying to fill in a whole page. So sometimes a couple of lines is all you need. How I feel. I felt sad. Why? Because I lost control of my emotions when it came to Zach. What can I do today to make myself feel better? Do my live stream, take lots of breaks, and be kind to myself. What am I grateful for? So you can write whatever you want, right? So mood log, gratitude log, maybe write your wins of the day. You know, I got on my live stream today and enjoyed the company of my plannerettes. All right, so mood log. And then the bottom here is so you can use these trackers. So if you're new to tracking or new to these type of, you know, looking after yourself and your wellness, sometimes just a spread like this, or find a space in your current planning system where you can do, right, you know, you can, if you ever find yourself not filling up a whole daily page, maybe set, you know, create a section of it just for your mood log, right? So for here, as you can see, I didn't get to do all my breaks because I took a big break. I took a big break from, so this is my take a break tracker. So the things that help me throughout the day when I am, you know, finding myself maybe getting overwhelmed or finding myself not taking the break that I need. So it's just little reminders. As you can see, just because I didn't mark it off doesn't mean I didn't take breaks, right? So like I said, you know, if you just look at the face value of your planner, then of course you're going to be hard on yourself. 1 minute deep breathing and taking a break just for a minute can do wonders. All right. So the next, I'm going to, let me just zoom in a bit so you can see. Okay, so these are just some ideas on what I call these micro breaks. Right, so micro breaks, as the name suggests, are small breaks in the day that you can take several times a day to help you reset, to help you re-energize, to slow you, to be mindful and just focus on the moment. And according to the Organization Health, World Organization Health, you should be taking 3 types of break. Okay, so micro are your 1 to 2 minutes several times a day. So that can be deep breathing, they can be drinking your water, they can be getting up from your desk and stretching, they can be going outside and, you know, getting some fresh air. Okay, so those are the micro breaks that you should be taking. Maybe doing, well, if you sit at your desk all the time, getting up and, you know, rolling your neck, rolling your shoulders, because if you're tense, right, if you're tense, that your brain is reading like as if, why are we all tensed up? Why is our hair, shoulders all up? It's signaling to your brain that, is she ready to run from danger? Is she ready to fight? Right? So your brain actually reads how your body is. That's why when you're tired, it makes you go be sleepy and all that stuff, because it needs to preserve itself, or it needs to get itself ready to fight, freeze, or flight. Okay, so if you carry tension in your shoulders and your neck, that is you know, sending signals to your brain that you're stressed, that there might be danger. Right, because our brain is still you know, caveman, it's still built for like caveman days of hunting, gathering, trying not to get eaten by the saber-toothed tiger. Right, so so that's mood log. That's my break tracker. These are my key areas of focus. So remember, my key areas of focus are based on mental, physical, spiritual, family, financial, career, and social. Now, again, if you are new to habit tracking or new to goal setting, don't give yourself too many things to do all at once. It's like, you know, trying to juggle 6 balls when you can't even juggle 2 yet. Right, so start small, start simple, take it easy. Don't try and do something for 2 hours when you've never done a workout. So yeah, it's really important. That's what the key is. You need to make it so easy for yourself to do that the actual goal is not so much, the outcome, but it's actually the starting, the doing something about it, the getting off our butt and doing something. All right, so I do my color code. For me, I just those are the colors that make sense. So whatever your favorite colors are, do that. So I'm going to do or fill all that out in a second off camera, because you already know the different things that I do. So meditate, read, top priority when it comes to my content creation, connect with loved ones, do a workout, work on the next product or course. And then, in January 6 to 12, my key area of focus for family is time with my husband, right? Because, we've been trying, you as parents, you try and juggle everyone else, and then you forget to spend time with each other. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm just going to put that up here so then I know. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So the great thing with Pilot, so this is not a sponsored video. Great thing with and I bought this myself. With the friction, there's a rubber tip at the end of all their friction range, and then you use it to erase. It actually doesn't erase it, it makes it vanish. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. because it's still actually there. So it disappears with heat. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And it actually can still also reappear with cold. So if ever, you do use your friction pen and you forget to, you leave your planner on your car's dashboard, dashboard, is that what it is? And then the heat, and it's a hot day, the ink might disappear. Pop it in the fridge and it'll reappear. Don't use the friction range for any legal documents or any documents that you need to keep the information, retain all that. So, but it is great for planning if you're like me, that, even though I say, hey, it's about progress, not perfection. What am I looking for? I still do get a little, when I make a mistake on the page, it's like, especially when you're setting it up and it's nice and new, and you haven't made any other mistakes on it. It's really important to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this side, what do I use this side for? See, my wellness. Yes, these are the other wellness habit that I want to try. I don't hit the mark on everything, but things like, so if you don't have the full habit tracker, this is where I write my mood log, or that could be for you gratitude log, going on my walking pad, and getting myself outside for some fresh air, because of course I sit at my desk all day creating content. I forget to go outside. Gratitude log, so looking for things I'm grateful for, so looking for positive things that make you smile. The more you focus on it, the more you will see it. Right? Victory log, so wins of the day, and then drinking 6 to 8 glasses of water. Okay, so that is my well-being planner spread for the week of January 20th to the 26th. And I think, is there enough space at the bottom there? Do I have enough space? I think so. So then, to keep a great way, if you have lots of washi tapes like I do, and then you still buy more and more and more, a great way to use them up very quickly is to use them to embellish the top and bottom of your planner pages. And guess what it does? It makes it pretty. And again, making things pretty, making things attractive are one of the 4 laws of behavior change, for you to achieve your goals and habits more often than not. Because first of all, taking the time to embellish your planner pages is a great form of self-care. It's a nice little way for you to slow yourself down. And if you have to go and outline the edges of your headings like I am with black ink, right? You have to concentrate. You're focusing on the moment. Mindfulness is about focusing on the now. So that's why, meditation and doing breathing techniques, it's focusing on the now, not worrying about the past, not getting all worried about what's going to happen in the future. So this one, the heading here is last week. So like I said, the Wheel of Life pie chart is based on how I did with my habits and routines in the 7 key areas from last week. So January 13 to 19. And then here is minutes. I'm tracking minutes on the walking pad. So really, anything that is tracking for me is it also becomes a form of reward when you get to fill in your habit tracker, because I think I try and do a lot of the tasks and to-dos on my list just so I can go and tick it off my planner. And then if I do something that's not on the planner and that's not in my daily page, I will write it in and then cross it off, because it gives you that sense of achievement. It makes you feel like you have won. All right. So my well-being planner spread, mood log, I have a little breaks tracker to remind me to, hey, Marianne, take your breaks anytime. You know when you should take a good indication of when you should be taking breaks. When you go, I don't have the time to be taking any breaks, that is when it's necessary. It's the same way that they say if you are, feeling thirsty, you're already dehydrated. So, apprehension instead of prevention is a lot better. So, already be on the front foot and already go, all right, to avoid being overwhelmed, to avoid being burning out. So I'm going to create breaks. Oh, I didn't get to finish the type of breaks you should take to avoid burning out. So micro, 1 to 2 minutes several times a day. So those are the type. There's the meso break. So meso break, MESO, you should take 1 to 2 hours off a week. So this is just you time, all right? And this doesn't include your normal weekend that you're not working, but something that's just for you. It could just be going around the shops and window shopping. If you want to do your nails, if you want to go and have a nice coffee by yourself, if you want to go watch a movie by yourself, just for you. So that's meso. And then there is the macro break. So you should take half to a full day off once a month to make, again, it has to be you centered, catching up with friends, maybe, just going to the city and just wandering around, the city, or going for a nice nature walk. So those are the 3 types of breaks according to the World Health Organization. You should be taking all at the same time, not one or the other. Take macro breaks, half to a full day off once a month. Meso break, 1 to 2 hours off a week, and then your micro breaks, 1 to 2 minutes or breaks several times a day, and then that will help prevent burnout. So what are the signs of burnout? You're cynical, you're negative, you feel like you're no good at your job when you are, right? So cynicism, negativity, and they call it professional inefficacy. That's when you think you're not good at what you're doing. So when you start to feel that, or you feel that, you are already either burnt out or on your way to burning out. So I actually know when I am feeling burnt out is if I'm reading something on maybe my friend's Instagram page, and then I'll go, roll my eyes or something, or like get upset about something a friend of mine might say, or maybe my family, or, get upset about something on the floor that normally wouldn't bug me. I know already I'm burnt out, and that's when I need to go and take my break. So yes, of course, take your breaks when you need it, but even better is to schedule your breaks ahead of time. So what do we think so far? Let's have a look at the chat. Marianne's been talking too much about herself. Where are we? Hello, Brenda. Hope you're still here. I'm a bit behind with my comments. I watch your live chats recordings. I just have to say I appreciate you so much. You energize me. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you so much. I do appreciate you letting me know that. Oh, it just feels so good. See, this is why I needed to go on to this live stream today. I could have easily just put it off. And if I did want to, of course, not come on, it's okay as well, right? There are times when, you need to take those breaks. You might have to say, I can't go to work or whatever. But then there are times that, and the other side of it, right? Whether you're working out, I don't want to work out, or I don't want to do that, or I don't want to face this, or I don't want to face that. On the other side of it, taking action, taking that small step that will help then build that momentum to get you going. And that's why making your habits and routines so easy, so small, so actionable will actually then, it's like a snowball effect. Who has seen that domino effect of a small domino can help knock like a adult size domino, right? Because The small things will help build that momentum. Thank you so much. Yvonne says, thank you so much, Marianne. I enjoyed this live greatly. My mood is so happy because I'm with you and my twin. Oh, I love that Yvonne and Yvette are here with me as well. Amy goes, I love the, I love all the ideas that you share with us. Thank you. And Yvonne is watching and listening intently. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right. So whether you have a planner system like this, very, very important that do not just have the tasks and to-do lists that are not you-centered. One of the first things you should be doing on your planner, on your to-do list, on your habit tracker is something for you. Oxygen mask on yourself first. What do you enjoy? All right, I'm going to just sit and have coffee in the morning. And, if you're lucky enough to have a backyard or a deck or a balcony, I don't in my apartment. The apartment that we're in, we don't have a little outside area. So I'd have to go get myself outside, maybe at the park. Spend that little bit of time for yourself. Spend a little bit of time decorating your planner pages. This is your time. And have a look at where you have been, right? In the first 19 days of the month, what can you do to make sure the next couple of weeks for the end of January, things are focused for you, things you're putting stuff that look after yourself, that you enjoy, that will motivate you. They call it intrinsic motivation. So that is things that will just be for you. Nobody else. That if you don't share it with anyone else, it doesn't matter because it'll bring you joy. Is it, cross stitching? Is it doing some arts and craft stuff? I've discovered it through my decluttering, my paint by numbers canvas. So I might start doing that as well. All right. So creating your planner pages is your current self helping your future self for when things or when life happens or emergencies come up or the day doesn't go according to plan. It's your current self is helping your future self be able to course correct, to be able to find its way in the dark when things don't go well, when things don't go right. It allows you to go, okay, all I need to do is take that first step because I trust that that will help build that momentum. All right, so reflect on your week, your current, the month before or the weeks before, see where you're doing well and celebrate them, okay? I have a victory log. I didn't get to do, look, see? I have to go either back plan, right? So victory log, it's fun, just a few words, but then helping you look for your wins means you will get to spot them even more. If you are having difficult time looking for things that you are grateful for, looking for the small and big wins of the day, it's not that there isn't anything you're grateful for or that there's no wins. It's just you haven't had the practice. You just gotta build that habit muscle of looking for the wins in your day. So what do we think? Does this help you use your previous planner pages, your habit tracker, help remind you of how far you've come along in this first few weeks of the year, in this first few weeks of the month, and look for all the great things you've accomplished so far, despite of any challenges, despite of any hardship, despite of any overwhelming things. The great thing is you are here. I am grateful for you. I appreciate you so, so much. And what's the word? See? Brain fog. Just like I predicted. That's the word, predicted. Just like I predicted, I would feel so happy and so joyful once I knew I hung around with people that share the same values, share the community and share each other's company. So progress, remember, it's not a linear thing. You can still make, let me see. All right, I'll do my little diagram. Okay, so for a lot of us, we think progress is about that. Okay, progress is this: there's ups, there's downs, there's ups, there's downs, there's ups, there's downs, there's ups, there's down, right? So there's going to be ups and downs throughout, and but as long as you are taking the steps each day to look after yourself, look after your well-being, look after your wellness, you are going to get there. I know I'm going to get there. I haven't given up yet. In the 50 years, been hard times, but not hard enough that I can't see that there's a bright future. And turning 50 doesn't mean I'm old and haggard. This is just the V2 version 2 of Marianne, the next thing. Okay, so really important. If you still need to get more guidance on how to reflect on your own month, I do have a playlist in the description below on reviewing your month and having a look at going into deeper into your goal setting. So make sure you do check that out. I will have it on the screen as well. So once this live stream has been processed, you can clip or tap. I appreciate it so much and giving me the space to share with you the good, the challenges of life, and being able to share that moment. And thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I will see you next week, and lots of different things happening. But bye bye, everybody.